Hey everybody, what's up? This is Alan Wade here with the HTV RONT heat press. This is the hand press. This is one of the most basic presses that you can get this around. And we're going to open it up, and I'm going to open it up. While I'm opening up, I'm going to talk to you guys about why I have this and what I think it'll be good for. All right, so in the current climate, right, everything's tough on everybody. Stuff is tight, but people want to make money. And the best way to make money is to spend the least amount of money making that money. And this device right here could potentially be a device that can help you spend the least amount of money. Let me explain. So one of the things that people don't like to do, especially when you're going out to different events or stuff like that, and you're different vending events, and you're doing things like making shirts and stuff like that pertaining to the events to sell, right? You don't want to make shirts that nobody's going to buy, right? So what if you can have transfers available and you have blank shirts available and you can press them on the spot, or even create an experience for the people at the event whereas though they can press their own shirts. They can pick a transfer that they want, they can pick a color shirt that they want, and they can press their own transfer, or you can press it for them, right? So now you're not only vending and selling shirts and stuff at that specific event, but you're creating an experience, which is going to probably get you a line as opposed to other people that are just selling shirts. I think it's about experience nowadays. I think it's about value. I think it's about, you know, the opportunity to do something different and think outside the box. So I guess this comes with a little bag, which is cool. That's even better, more incentive, makes it more portable, right? So, and that's all that's in the box is the bag along with the press, along with some type of table that it's apparently sitting on. So let's open this all up. This is a lot more compact than I thought it was. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I like the gold trim. It has gold trim around it. I kind of like that gold trim. Look at this. This looks pretty cool. Looks pretty simple. It's not that heavy. Has these two grooves in the side that you can pick it up at. Right, has another thing right here, and everything sits on this. And this looks like one of these dishwasher safe little plates that you can you know your appliances and stuff come in. All right, so you can sit that on that right there, obviously. And it has a power cord hooked up to the back. On the top of it have these little connectors, these little dials right here. You got the power button, you got the temperature gauge, you got the temperature indicator, you got the up and down, and you have the R, which is the R RONT button. I'm not sure what that does, but it's a cool looking situation right here. Now let's see how easy it is to put in the bag, to put away. Let's see, I would go like this, see if the whole thing fits or if it's just a press. I think it might be just a press. All right, so let me think. Let me look right here. Press slides in that bag like so. Yes, okay, so the press does fit in the bag nicely. And let me see if I can squeeze this in after I put the press in there. It appears that it's just a bag for the press and that this does not fit in as smoothly as the press. So what I would do is I would carry this separately. All right, so here we go. We're all plugged in. Got our HTV RONT sitting on there. Let me touch it and see if it's getting hot yet. No, it's not. All right, so we got a couple options here. Let me flip it around this way because that's the way it's supposed to face. We have our power button. We have our temperature. We have our temperature control. We have our up, down, and the RONT button. I don't know what that is. Maybe that's the beeper button. I'm not sure. But this is already flashing right here. It appears weird on camera. It's just on, off, on, off. But on the camera, it's like flat pulse, pulse, pulse. So let's press the power button. That's obvious. And let's see how, I'm trying to see how easy or difficult this is to operate. And right now the camera's flashing, but I see 80 degrees Fahrenheit. It's at 82 for 20 seconds. Let me try to adjust the time. This is the temperature, this is the time. So I'm going to press down. The time starts flashing. So I'm going to put it down. And I know it's flashing on the camera, but I assure you guys it is adjusting, it is steady. So I see 10 seconds now. All right, I'm going to put it on 15 seconds. And now I'm going to press the time again, and that stopped flashing. Now I'm going to press the temperature. It's set to 210. I'm going to press it up to 300 degrees. All right, and I must say this is very, very easy to operate. Let me press the RONT button just to see what that is. The R, I'm gonna call this the RONT button. I'm not sure what it does, but I'm gonna look in the instruction manual and see. But right now, let's see. Oh yeah, right now it's heating up just a little bit. We're at 160 degrees, 5 seconds. And what's interesting is right here, it tells you, look at that, it tells you how many pounds of pressure that you're putting on here. So like right now it's 6 pounds of pressure. If I push down on this, wait a minute, up, okay. Well, it was telling me the pounds. I know it's probably gonna tell me the pounds once I start doing it or whatever. So let me press the RONT button. And, oh yeah, when you press the R button, I guess that sets it and it starts counting down. All right, so 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, so what it does, guys, is when you press the R button, that's when it starts to count down. And when it's done, it beeps. For consistency, it has the pounds button. So when you press down, it tells you how many pounds of pressure that you've applied to that specific transfer so that you can apply an even amount every single time. So I think that's pretty cool. And then you let go like that. So let me just wait till it gets heated up to 300 degrees. And what's crazy is this thing heats up very, very fast. It's already on 287 degrees since I've been talking to you guys. So let me just get a t-shirt and let me get a transfer and we'll see how effective this RONT press is. We've already been brought up to 300 degrees for 15 seconds. All right, so let me get a t-shirt and we'll see how good this thing works and if it's something like you can validly use for a event and if it'll work. Let's see. I'm a realist, guys, and the reality is when you're at these events, nobody's gonna want this press. Let's be reality. Let's be real. This pressing area is a little smaller than I'd like, but it is compact, so I like that about it, and it makes it worth checking out to me. But the reality is, people, if you want to sell product, people are going to want something pressed that's a substantial size, right? So you're probably going to have to do 2 presses, all right? You're probably going to have to do two presses. So what I'm going to do is right on my table right here, because you're probably not going to be in the most ideal conditions, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and not even give it a press, but give my shirt a rollover. And this is a legit iron. I'm impressed. It's definitely ironing the shirt. It's not pressing. It's not like I have to apply a lot of pressure. It's ironing the shirt, and it did a fantastic job in giving me a flat surface. I must admit, I'm not even gonna lie. That surprised the crap out of me. So that's already a plus right there. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and place my design somewhere where I would want to go, where I want it to go. And because of the lack of stability, I am gonna get some heat tape. Give me a second. Now, since we're on the subject of placement and how to get your image lined up perfectly on your shirt every single time, that brings us to today's sponsor, T-Shirt Help Desk. T-Shirt Help Desk has this device right here that enables you to line up your design on any t-shirt and get the same placement every single time. I think it's a handy tool, especially if you're new to the industry and you haven't quite gotten down the placement of your image as it relates to the garment. This ruler right here has different measurements around the neck area that can contour to any sized shirt that you have. You have placement lines right here in the center, along with horizontally and vertically. And this is a valid tool that you guys should definitely get your hands on if you're new in the industry, or even if you're a seasoned veteran in the industry and you just want to line up your designs just a little bit more, with a little bit more precision. This device right here is going to do it for you. I love it, and it's definitely going to be a tool that I'm looking forward to having all of my future employees use so that they won't mess up any garments and they can get the perfect placement on every single thing that they put on t-shirts. So I went and got some heat tape, and I went and got a Teflon cover sheet. Now, normally I would not use heat tape, but because this is not like a full press and you don't want to mess things up, I'm going to use some heat tape just so my image, actually because I'm doing 2 presses, I'm going to go ahead and use some heat tape so that my image can stay in the same spot as I do both presses. All right, so now I'm gonna put my cover sheet on there. I don't even think cover sheet is necessary. Now let's do it. I'm gonna try to go for like 20 pounds of pressure, I guess. So let me just put it on here. All right, and let me hit the RONT button. And let's just go for 15 seconds in this spot, and then we'll move down to the next spot, and then we'll see what we got. All right, that's actually like 30 pounds of pressure. And you wanna have your stuff lower than I have my stuff so you can like get on top of it. All right, so that's good right there. So let me slide it down. Just slide down right here, get the bottom part. And hit the RONT button again. All right, not too much pressure. Just heating up the adhesive at the bottom, I guess. I don't know how easy this is gonna be, how difficult this is gonna be, but it seems like a good idea, so I'm anxious to see if it works. Now, I'm gonna press the RONT button again and just give it a little heat about it, I guess. You know, a little movement. I'm gonna do a bunch of tests, various tests on this to see if it works and see the best use case scenario, but you know. All right, so 3 presses, 1 in one spot, 1 in the other spot, because my design is kind of weirdly wide. All right, so now it doesn't seem like it's that much heat on here. It doesn't seem like I got a lot of heat like I normally would a regular heat press. So I'm interested to see if this is gonna come off or not. And if it doesn't, I'm probably gonna have to apply more pressure. But, all right, let's go. Ooh, interesting. Wow. First try, the image came off. And this is my transfer, by the way, from AlanAWade.com. Wow. All right, so final press, just to lock everything in there. I am very impressed at how little pressure and how easy that was. I'm gonna be honest with you. So now I'm just gonna go ahead, press the RONT button. Actually, with this last press, the final press, you don't even need to like have a full 15 seconds. I'm just going over to lock everything in and to embed the design into the fabric. And I am very, very impressed on how that came off and how little bit of heat that took with this HTV RONT hand press right here. Very portable, great way to make extra money on the fly. Take your business, get some transfers, some DTF transfers from AlanAWade.com, pull them out the trunk, pull it out the trunk, get a little folding table so you can get some pressure on there, right? Press down with the HTV RONT, get yourself a portable little power supply. This heated up super, super fast. It's super small, 120 outlet, rec centers, church. You don't need a super big heat press. You can just use this and, you know, $25, whatever you choose to charge, $25, 4 shirts, that's $100 right there. You sell, you know, 8 shirts, you know, that's $200. You can make money really easy, really, really fast at a very, very low cost with something like this. Just trying to give you guys ideas of what you can do so we can help each other get through these crazy times. $4 12x12 transfers from AlanAWade.com, along with a cheap HTV RONT hand press, and you are making some money. And some shirts right here, this is just a G500 shirt, and you're making some money, and you're helping yourself get over these hard times and not paying all this crazy money for transfers and not paying all these crazy money for all these different methods that are really not necessary when you have tools like this that can get you going. All right, let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. I think the design came out dope. To my surprise, it transferred very, very easily. Didn't even have to put that much pressure on it. Affiliate link for this HTV RONT hand press in the description down below this video, guys. Leave your comments and your thoughts down in the description below. Are you using a press like this? Have you ever used a press like this? Would you ever use a press like this? And what other ideas do you have that can generate, help the community generate money using something like this? Interested to hear what you're thinking. I'll talk to you guys on the next video. Alan Wade. Let me know your thoughts. Peace.
Turn up that, crank it up. Why listen to the rest when you're rocking with the best, baby?